everybody!
Back to crashing Neocortex's party.
Yep, in the huge adventure.
I'm trying to see them for a sec.
Yep, we always go back to these. I was trying to remember to get the guide up for the colored gems. So I say we did get out of the power last time because we beat Tiny.
I guess we can look at it in the level, maybe? I know there's a way to do it.
Oh, what are you trying to do?
Look at the powers that we have. Okay, yeah, I guess it's in the... There it is. So we got double jump, spin, and power slam.
Yep. Because we ended just getting the super spin last time. So yep, you do the spin move mid-air. Basically, you can glide a bit. You don't fall down quite as quickly with it. So it does make it a good bit easier to traverse. As I imagine, the later levels probably actually rely on you using that, because you have the ability now. Why the hell wouldn't they expect you to do that? Okay, it says the red gem is in this level.
Yeah, because you'll know because it's in Question is where?
Yep, it says basically wait till you get to the nitro elimination switch. You know, the green exclamation point box.
Jeez.
And basically you basically drop down like right to the left of where that nitro elimination switch is. That's basically what I see here. Nice to come back to a good Crash game.
As in fact, they're just going to do anything of value with Crash nowadays.
Yeah, one of the only things that did value recently. Something more, I guess, of somewhat value that. Well, I guess.
Again, I mean, I say that like all the Western devs nowadays are kind of gone to shit. At least the AAA ones, anyway.
Yeah.
Especially if you heard what happened with Bungie recently.
I'm trying to remember. Did they like cancel something, or they get rid of a lot of people, or something like that?
Well, it's not just that. It's the whole marathon fiasco.
Oh, right. Basically, they got caught using, like, plagiarized art or whatever the hell it was. Yep.
And now, basically, the entire thing is trying to unionize against them or whatever because of all the garbage. It's a mess.
Really have gone downhill since frickin' they were basically left to do their own thing. Well, original Destiny, I guess, was alright. Just feel like all the stuff with Destiny 2 has been building up for this.
Yeah. Big problem is also just that here, Marathon, a series that almost nobody knew existed, is coming back.
Oh God. Well, yeah, probably did either. Okay, so I guess you have to hit one of those boxes before hitting the other one. Yeah, I mean, you know, I think people are finally starting to get sick and tired of a lot of this live service stuff. I mean, we have been already, but it's really coming to a head now.
I mean, a lot of the AAA stuff has really been coming to a head too. Like, everyone's going with the $80 price tag.
Yep.
And so many AAA games have kind of just been...
Nintendo wanted to dip their toes, and then Microsoft decided to just dive into the pool.
I mean,
and I'm sure everybody else is going to be following suit. I know frickin' Gearbox is doing that.
I know everyone's arguing, well, in the case of Microsoft, well, they have Game Pass, but still, it's like...
Yeah.
Some people want to have the right to own their games. So,
yeah. I mean,
I'm the person who wants to own my games, so the idea of, like, here, you want to just play your game save the money on a service? I'm like, well, when services are slowly rising up in price, you're starting to...
Yeah. I mean, at least for Microsoft service, the subscription service, you can still buy to own pay to have the games.
And the problem just becomes now it's that, congratulations, all you are is the friggin' service, and I guess because now I've gotten to a point where I'm starting to emulate so much, it's like, that value is starting to diminish, and when the money seems to not be going to anything of value, you're starting to really lose the, like, you're not really making a good case for why I should be trying to give my money to you.
The only 3 boxes we didn't get were the Nitros.
Oh, okay.
So we should be fine. I'm pretty sure the Nitro Elimination Switch will get rid of those in the bonus stage.
So yeah, there's that.
I mean, I was gonna say, I know Xbox recently released a thing called like a retro gaming app that they have. Basically gonna have like a lot of older games that are gonna have like on like a specific app. I know most of it's like a bunch of like really old stuff, as well as some Activision old games.
I mean, part of me wants to be excited, but I think it's since now I'm starting to get to the point of just fully embracing emulation.
Yeah.
It's just kind of...
I mean, that feels like that's what that is, honestly. Like, it just feels like they're putting their own in-house emulator to basically have a lot of, like, an old library of games in there. That's basically free for Game Pass subscribers to play through.
Yeah, and I think the problem is, like, yeah, you got a Game Pass subscription, it's like, well, I can just fucking emulate.
Also
I mean,
true.
it's still a bitch to understand how the emulator works and all that, but once you do, it's like,
Yeah.
it's hard to go back. It's like...
Yeah, you just gotta get used to tweaking it a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, at least, as faulty as it is for Nintendo's solution, at least they have one for a decent amount of their games just on their subscription service, which is still relatively cheap compared to the others.
Yeah, relatively.
I mean, it's only, like,
at this point, it's just like, I think the
year.
problem is it's just like, we're reaching a point where the emulation is slowly catching up, and I've gotten to a point where it's just like, I'm not going to sit here and pay premium prices to play a fucking...
Right.
Do I not get the high jump? Or do I need to... Oh.
Can you like do a slide jump and then into a double jump or something?
Okay,
there you go. Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like there had to be a way. So yeah, that's your highest jumping maneuver. Sliding into a jump and then a double jump.
Because I'm remembering the sequel has like a natural high jump ability.
Yeah.
That you get when you...
And this one kind of does, but you can do the crouch jump. You just don't get the double jump after that for some reason.
No, you do.
Oh.
Just...
Like the slide jump you do. It's not the standard crouch jump. It doesn't feel like you do. Oh! Damn it. That timing was too good. I mean, yeah. Honestly, it would be a much easier solution. A lot of the old companies just made it so their libraries were accessible on their consoles. They wanted to really, you know, prevent people from going to emulators, just have everything on there.
The problem is not just that, it's also just the execution of the emulators
Yeah.
with the price.
That's true, yeah.
Because we're reaching a point where game prices are going up and the times are changing.
Yup.
And whether they like it or not, like, it's changing for the...
Damn!
It's changing for the worse in their case because the old model for how games are made is starting to disappear because AAA companies and indie companies are basically picking up the slack in the sense of they're giving much better quality games at half of the price without all the middleman bullshit that comes from publishers. So
I mean, one of the big ones was frickin' Expedition 33.
Yeah.
Pretty Clear Obscure is a huge one. The director of that game basically said he started making because he was bored at Ubisoft. Like, man, that's embarrassing even more for Ubisoft. Like,
yeah, I'm just like...
You want to drop to the left of there, I think. Drop down the pit to the left. And you can see a path. And yep, just follow this path. You should be able to get a colored gem. But yeah, that game is friggin', you know.
I bought it. I'll get to it eventually, but it's just I got
right
so
now
many...
I have it on Game Pass. Well, I haven't really started playing it yet, but usually if I really like a game on Game Pass, I do eventually buy it. I mean, I haven't bought Sea of Stars yet. I did get to the end of that, like, right as the new DLC for that came out. The free DLC, mind you.
Yeah. Another big thing.
A lot of indie developers actually care for their consumers. It's like, well, we gave you a complete game, but we had more, we felt make the game more complete. But why charge you for it?
I was watching a video, and it was talking about how some people in the AAA sphere, whatever, were concerned about how the times are changing and how PAX is like, there's so many of these indie developers that aren't going through the standard means of what AAA devs used to do back then. And it's just like, gee, I wonder why. It's almost like we don't have to go through all these middlemen bullshit. We just get the game that we want.
Yup. Exactly. Yep.
But yeah, like I said, it's just a lot of the AAA stuff has kind of just slowly been...
Yeah. Well, it's been mostly the software pricing, like...
Yeah.
The hardware pricing has been mostly fair to full, although...
Some people would argue that Nintendo's is too much, but...
I think 450 is relatively fair for a pretty strong, portable frickin' system that's, like, PS4 level capable. It's not bad.
Yeah. And I mean, in the case of Nintendo, it doesn't help that the first thing they decide to do when people are asking about the prices is fucking do the Don Matrick thing, where it's like, well, if you don't like it, just stick with the Switch 1. I'm like,
yeah,
oh,
that
that's
was...
gonna...
They've never been the best when it comes to getting their messaging across. Their corporate speak's always been pretty bad.
Well, I mean, I say that, but let's be fucking real here. People
Yeah.
are gonna buy it regardless. Like, people are gonna buy it regardless because it's Nintendo, but, I mean, you've already know my thoughts. I'm not wasting my time with it.
Yeah.
It sucks for my case because Nintendo's one of the few companies where their software is actually worth a damn. But
Yeah. Not $80 worth a damn like in the Mario Kart world.
Well, let me just say it like this. I know I could afford to probably get away with buying games at $80.
I mean, yeah,
but I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to give them, the excuse.
Especially when back then it's like, I was watching Nick Frost because he was doing a video about this, and he's also was one of my favorite parts of the Second Wind channel before Circumstances happened.
Ah, okay.
But what he said was, it's like, well, the budgets are ballooning, and we need to justify the increase in prices.
Yeah.
And I love this comment. It's like this. Let me tell you something. It's not the consumer's problem that you don't know how to handle your prices responsibly.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
If you wanna keep yourself in the game industry, then let me tell you something. Fucking compete.
Yeah.
We have so many games in the sphere now that are far less than $80 with infinitely more content than most AAA games could ever hope to achieve. The sad thing is, the reason that they get as much sales as they do is because most people don't know any better.
Yep, those are the ones that are highly marketed. Those are the ones people jump to because they got really high budget values and all that. And frickin' a lot of the casuals will think of graphics or just frickin', fun shooter or anything like that. That's what pulls them in. And it can be enough.
Yep.
That's why you still have a lot of people that still mostly play just Call of Duty. Like, unfortunately, some of them just don't care. That's why I get people to buy sports sims every fucking year. Because they don't care.
They don't know any better.
Oh, I can't wait for that to be $80. I know even my brothers who have bought them, religiously every year have been finally starting to back off on it.
I need to go talk to my brother about that, because I know he said he bought 25, and I'm just like, dude...
I mean, if he didn't buy the year before, it's like, eh. If it's Madden, though, that's a different issue.
That's why I said it was Madden.
Oh.
So I wanted to talk to him, like, just don't get these games, man.
On one aspect, I think, if they want to have fun of that game, they want to waste their money on it, fine. But if a lot of people do that in us, that's how we get the shitty situation we're in now.
Because it's like, well, let's blame the idiots for not knowing any better. It's like, well...
It's all these people that assume that these ballooning prices are normal.
Yeah, like I said, they don't know the knowledge, and they don't know of the things beyond the sphere.
Yep.
The standard sphere that we have.
Yeah. Not too many don't know the indie games, which is a real shame. I mean, yeah, hardware has been kind of a weird place, though. I know a lot of people are really upset once Microsoft announced, oh, we're raising our Xbox console prices across the world because of inflation.
Yeah, they're trying to justify it, but I think everyone's kind of screwed.
It's only, slightly justified. The fact is, electronics have not been getting cheaper. They have been getting more expensive.
That's because no one's really competing.
Yeah.
They're all kind of just, let's make a truce and all just kind of raise it together and nobody will know any better sort of deal.
Yeah.
And I think now, because I always did say, I was eventually going to get a PC, so this was, a long time coming.
Yeah. Well, now PC components are starting to get more expensive,
Shit.
Yep. Somebody shoot me down! Or you just go back to the warp room. I've got a faster way.
But yeah, I saw that and I was just like... It makes me glad that I got my PC when I did.
Yeah, Sega's. Yep. Now components are going to be...
everything's just
Components are going to be ballooning in prices with minimal gains as well.
Yeah. Because nobody's really putting the scalpers accountable for anything.
Yep.
And that's the big thing that's really...
And the global economy's also in a shit show right now.
Yep.
Still recovering from COVID, and now a lot of freaking corporations basically try to take advantage of that, try to penny pinch while they can.
And also attacking the consumer at every waking moment.
Yeah.
Which is just yep, that's gonna go well.
I know the one thing I wanted to say about the Microsoft raising their console prices. Supposedly, if they kept the price where they were, they'd be selling their consoles $150 or $200 a loss per unit. Which is a pretty decent chunk of money to lose, to be fair.
At the thing, here's the thing though. When it comes to freaking that logic, it's that's why the games exist.
I mean,
to
software, yep.
To fill the void.
And that's why
if you expect me to feel bad for your gaming console to...
Yeah.
I hope not.
I mean,
like, here's the thing on the gaming console. You make the money back with the fucking games.
Exactly, yeah.
You need to understand that. If you think that the console alone is going to be enough to justify it, it's like, that's not how it works, Chief.
Yeah. The whole gaming culture has kind of changed the way they want to price on that stuff, too, because they know not everybody's going to...
And also, it's like I said, the general public doesn't know any better.
Yeah.
Or they're thinking they're just being attacked or whatever it is, because...
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just...
Gaming started to feel more like a luxury break thing rather than a hobby nowadays. At least that's the way they're going to make it.
Yeah. I mean, if that's what the console people want, or consoles and the AAA publishers want to do, then let them.
At least
it's going to be a slow burn, but there will be a breaking point.
Oh yeah, eventually, yeah. As long as people don't buy a lot of shit en masse like that, especially at full price.
Like, my big thing is just like, eventually it's going to get to a point where people need to just kind of put their foot down and realize that gaming is, if they want to make gaming a luxury, then fine, let them do it, because we got bigger things to worry about.
Yeah,
of course, then again, we don't have people that are handling the game responsibly, or handling money responsibly.
Oh yeah, of course.
Doesn't matter altogether, but
yeah.
And there's always going to be the whales.
Oh yes, of course. There's always those goddamn wheels. Now, then again, the way the whole friggin' wage disparity's been nowadays, it's almost like, why do I even bother working? I just go to the stock market. That's where all the money is now, apparently.
Yeah.
We got insider trading out in the open, and fucking, they can get away with it. Why can't I?
Yeah, it's like, well, you want to complain to us about not doing our jobs and pay us actual living wages.
Yeah.
Unfortunately enough that I at least get a full-time job that actually pays me decent money. So
yeah.
There's that, but it's like not everyone is fortunate.
There are people that are basically living paycheck to paycheck. It fucking sucks.
Yeah. And some people can't even afford that.
Yeah.
But you complain about, do the minimum wage stuff. It's like, well...
Minimum wage,
minimum wage is... That's funny you call it minimum wage. As far as I'm concerned, they call it just... basically scraps.
Near slave labor, yep. Oh, God.
I really didn't miss it.
I think you're good so far. But yeah, everything's been going up, and some corporations have been getting called out on their greed. Only some of them, though.
Yeah, like I said, it's a slow burn.
Yep. Yeah, eventually something big's gonna happen. Just
something's gonna snap.
Yep. I just don't know how, don't know when. Yeah, something will happen. But, at this point, I'm just like, well, as long as I can survive and do what I can do to live and enjoy myself, I'll make do.
Like I said, I was making the slow changes, and well, this is the final change I was going to make, and as far as I'm concerned, I'll probably just settle with it.
Mostly emulation, yeah. In regards to gaming and just indies as a whole.
Yep.
Unless you get a good frickin' AAA game on a steep discount, which is becoming a little more rare nowadays.
Unless you're on PC, in which case deals are dime a dozen.
Yeah.
On console, it's just impossible to find good
Microsoft
deals.
is probably a little better at their sales than most, and they're kind of linked to PC still a bit as well.
Yeah.
I mean, there is still the rumor that Microsoft console is going to start getting a Steam integration.
Yeah.
Which, if that does open up a lot of the Steam library, that makes the Xbox console market a little more appealing, at least for those that don't want to jump into PC.
Though honestly, when I say that, I will say 110%. Like, it's scary, I know, and it definitely does help to have someone who's already been in the circle before, but
yeah.
I've been encouraging everyone to just go straight to PC. Cause
yeah, it's probably better off at this point.
It's scary, I get it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's very user hostile, you got a very elitist sort of asshole nature of people at times.
Yeah, yeah.
But it is definitely the perfect place to sort of get your most bang for your buck, and you have a lot more agency than consoles will ever hope to achieve.
There's still the experience, some of the experiences that consoles have that PC still struggle to give, like a local multiplayer and stuff like that. There's like a few things that PC hasn't like made like fully like I don't know what the word I'm trying to use here is. Oh yeah, that's a tough one to get to. But yeah, there's still the feel of the conveniences that console gaming has that PC still hasn't managed to quite nail down. Ah, that was it.
No, I didn't get the one up.
Then again, I guess a lot of PC gamers as a whole don't usually care for that. So.
Yeah, like I've gotten to the point where it's just like, I do have some of my consoles for the local multiplayer.
Yeah.
And I mean, I still like the multiplayer. Then again, that's something that a lot of the games nowadays have kind of been very, how do I put it? They've been pushing more for the online aspects of the multiplayer than, you know,
Yup.
actually giving people the local multiplayer option. Especially, it's like, here, you gotta buy multiple copies of our game, just have the right to be able to... have the right to be able to play with your friends. And it's like, bro, fucking really?
Yeah, I hate that. I really do. That was something that Nintendo did, right? At least with the DS era and stuff.
Yeah.
They basically, oh, a lot of these games you only have one copy that everybody can play.
But now AAA publishers are like, guess what? You gotta own like, whatchamacallit, multiple copies of your game if you want to play with your friends.
It's one of the only things that sports sims still do right. Then again, that's kind of the point. Be able to play those games with your friends. Oh boy, how the heck do you get those? Jeez. Hope we didn't get rid of like a crate that was supposed to like hit those or something. They were supposed to be explosive to hit that or something? That's an odd one. Oof, this is definitely one of the hardest ones to get all these special stages on. Unless we get another ability after we beat the last boss that can allow us to get that. Which would be a dick move, but...
It'll be the first time Crash did something stupid like that. We'll know when we see it, I suppose, so let's just hold out, I guess.
I was on the stupid thought that the last ability would give you basically running again.
For some reason, my brain was thinking, it's gonna be fucking the bazooka.
Oh, okay. Yeah, last power-up is exactly what I thought it was. Turbo run!
Yep. Gotta go fast!
I was expecting the frickin', I was expecting the, bazooka.
Same here.
Damn it. Okay. So there's gonna be...
Well, I'm about to say, Turbo Run makes sense because, like, we're doing fucking speedrun now.
Yeah.
So...
Oh! I see!
I understand now.
Yup. Don't hit that at all. It was a trap. Ha 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 ha. Oh boy. Okay, just don't hold A when you jump on those.
Fuck it.
Well, yeah. Took the hit, but at least you still got it. Okay. Yep, that was exactly it. Crafty son of a bitch. At least we don't have to go back and hit it.
I love this game.
Yeah, these games are pretty clever with a lot of their ideas. Oh!
That would have been dickish.
Let me leave before it blows up. Foiled again, no!
Damn, he's smart! He's a learning creature. He's a slow learning one, but he's learning.
He's supposedly smart, he just does a lot of things to make him look like an idiot. He's overly curious.
I think reckless is the word you're looking for.
Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't give a shit. But yeah, I did finish Sea of Stars lately. That was.
They also have their DLC apparently that finally came out.
Yeah,
I need to play that.
I'm probably gonna more slowly go through that after I went for the main game.
I still need to finish friggin' Brothership and I'm working on Green with Envy. Green with Death is more like.
Yup. I was gonna say Animal Well. I thought I saw was up there.
Yeah, I was playing Animal Well.
That is a game I do want to get to at some point.
It's very much more puzzle-oriented than violence-oriented, but...
Right, right.
I've been enjoying what I played of it.
Yeah.
I also finally done what I wanted, a friggin' Blatro.
Oh,
finally
nice.
got the Completionist achievement.
Oh, wow.
As opposed to the Completionist Plus achievement. And the Completionist Plus achievement.
I was going through that, but I stopped because I had another roguelite I was trying to do, friggin' Blueprints. That was actually kind of amusing. That is kind of cool.
I wanted to try Blueprints, but I think I'll get that on sale.
Yeah, I mean, I have the Game Pass, so, you know. And it's one of the cool things about Game Pass. You can try a game, and if you don't like it, you don't have to buy it. But if it's about to go off, you can get it at least 20% off, so you can basically keep it after it goes off.
I'd rather just wait for a sale and get it, because, like I said, I'm on PC.
And you can, and you know, if you see a sale, you can still do that too. Like, that's what I did at Tales of Arise. As it was about to go off Game Pass, I saw it basically had a 50% off sale. I was like, alright, yoink! So I got that game for basically 30 bucks. And I played it for over 80 hours already, so you know, I got my time out of that. I guess there's also that argument for how people want to price their games. How much time you get out of it.
Yeah.
Cool, we go by that logic, every Japanese RPG would cost like $200.
Yeah.
Fucking... This is absurd!
Along with every single Ubisoft open world game.
Ugh.
That's the sad thing.
Ugh. And again, you know, a lot of the AAA fucking...
That
friggin' CEOs are horrible. Like, the Gearbox one I meant for Borderlands 4, they said the
Oh,
game
yeah.
cost $80. And he was basically like, if you're a real fan, you're find a way to get it. It's like, that doesn't excuse this.
Anytime-
Fuck you.
That is not the word you want to use.
Yup.
Because I've heard that real real community member bullshit. It's just like,
Yup.
that's not your best.
All you CEOs are the ones that have the money and can afford that shit. A lot of us regular gamers don't exactly have
The
freely
thing
increasing money
the
to
thing that
spend.
makes it more blood boiling is the fact that they're not the ones that are going to be held accountable, yet they're the one making the stupid decisions that do this.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just like, that's another reason for me to just stay away from the AAA scene altogether. It's like, well, are the devs actually getting treated with respect? That is the number one thing. And it seems like most of them aren't, so fuck you at this point.
Yup. Yup. That's why I don't buy. I just only recently bought a lot of stuff from Microsoft's recent spring sale. Oh yeah, we can save stuff, right?